Hello and welcome to another recording by Melos and Jazz. Today we're going to talk about psychology behind Brightburn. We're going to get into the nitty gritty of Brightburn. It's going to touch on various topics related to Brightburn and relate to the psyche of the boy, spirituality, consciousness, all the whole kit and caboodle. We're just going to delve into this, starting from the beginning to end. So if you haven't seen the movie, this is spoiler alert. Now, So the parents of Brightburn, they're praying, they're asking for a kid, and I think I saw a comment on YouTube in one of the trailers where it was a little funny commentary where it said that uh, they were praying for a kid, and God said nah, and then Satan said, "I got you, fam." Okay, this child is a demon child. This child is almost satanic, like the Antichrist. I mean, there's a scripture in the Bible where it says, Jesus said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. And what did this kid do? Fell from lightning, fell from heaven to the earth like lightning. All right. And so they found this kid in like a capsule, almost like Dragon Ball Z. Now, there's many fictional stories where a alien species, so to speak, humanoid, falls from heaven, like with Superman, like with in Dragon Ball Z, Goku, the Super Saiyans, whatnot. There's plenty more. There's a plethora of more that fell from heaven. Although these different characters, they have different psyches, they have different personalities and natures within them. Okay, even not falling from heaven, like in the case of Hellboy. Hellboy comes up from the earth, from hell. You see what I'm saying here? Now, what differentiates these characters from Brightburn, where we have, okay, the Superman character, the archetype of the Superman character, where this is like a direct parallel, but in a antagonist point of view, whereas Superman is the protagonist point of view. Superman, it comes to Earth, and it just seems like he doesn't battle with his good or bad side. He's naturally for humanity, whereas with Brightburn, this person from the onsite doesn't like humanity, is not for humanity, and everything is skewed in the wrong direction. All right. We have also with like Dragon Ball Z, these characters they have a sense of morality. Even Hellboy, he has a sense of morality, being a demon. The thing that differentiates all these characters from Brightburn is 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 that he more associates with his alien nature than his human. He's the human side of himself, his humanity. All these other characters, like Goku and Dragon Ball Z, Superman, and Hellboy, they associate and focus more on and value more the humanity side of the being, not their superior side, not their alien, non-human side of the being. Okay? Because if Hellboy associated himself with his superior alien side of his being, where he derives himself from as being, a product of Satan, or with Superman, where I'm sure what makes his powers different from Brightburn's powers, the same powers that he has, Brightburn has. But what makes them different? One, what's interesting is that this boy is probably coming upon his probably coming of age too quick. Probably is an issue in maturity, receiving so much power and understanding that you can take the world at such an early age is an issue. That much power is should not be given to somebody at such a early age. That's the problem, because the brain hasn't fully been developed yet. So they're in their emotions. They haven't developed the maturity, and this is the issue with Brightburn. Now, it's not just that; it's that the innate uh, the innate language that was spoken to him in the ship, the language, the intelligible language that he was speaking, comes from the 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 whatever planet, whatever species, whatever entity, or universe he's come from. That's linked. That language is linked to his homeland, wherever he flew from the universe to. Now, the language that the reason why he started to become of this evil child is that the language woke him up. The language sort of first he was getting involved in trances. Okay, he was a normal child before, although he never bled. Everything else was pretty normal. But once the ship started to wake up and start to speak to him, he first went into a trance. He was, quote, what his mother said, sleepwalking. So he went in a trance. So that trance shifted his consciousness. And this what I get to is that what makes him different? What makes, let's say, a superior fictitious character in all these comic books and all these superhero stories different from a regular human being? Both have the same biological structure. So it seems on the outside. What makes us different from them? Now, getting to scientific quantum physics point of view, is that the human body is basically a conglomeration of tiny energetic vortices. Okay? Countless of them. So your body, although seem like a solid, is actually vibrating. It's tiny particles, energetic vortices vibrating constantly. In that energetic vortices, those particles are conscious, meaning that your body is part of consciousness. You see? So if your body is actually the extension of consciousness, then what is the language behind the unconsciousness? What is the intelligence, and what is the blueprint of that consciousness? So the language that was being spoken to that boy, which he was speaking sort of in, let's say we're going to talk about Christendom, where speaking in tongues, he was speaking in tongues, and he interpreted, and he saw what they were saying was, take the world. And then here, at such an early age, he understood his purpose in life, what he was meant to do. And it sort of had a dissociative personality disorder, if you think about it. He was kind of devoid from emotions. Didn't understand things regular human beings understand things. You can't just go and eat birds. Can't just cripple somebody's hand. Can't just, go to somebody's house in the middle of the night and stalk them. It's not normal. Didn't understand norms. Didn't understand what was commonplace and among society. He didn't understand that. Didn't understand. He was starting to lose grasp of reality, where his purpose was becoming the center focus of his life. It blurred his sense of morality, where he almost didn't have any morality. And it was actually a skewed morality, where he said that sometimes bad things happen for a good cause. Okay? Getting back to consciousness, what makes him different from anybody else is we all are made from countless energetic vortices that is actually conscious, is actually alive. It's consciousness, in essence. Is that the language behind the consciousness at a different, quote, DNA. Just like the DNA that makes up me, makes me look the way I look, a certain height, certain demographic. The DNA causes a certain structure. DNA writes the story. So we had the language provided the DNA, in which the consciousness picked up and adjusted his energy vortices so that his body all of a sudden, hey, he can throw a car 40 feet. Hey, he can have super strength. Hey, he can fly. This girl said to him that, the girl in his class said to him that he was trying to console him because he obviously was a very smart boy. He said to him that, don't worry, smart men rule the world. Now, could it be that how we actually ascend to different abilities is actually part of just heightened knowledge? There's a language I was speaking to him. You understand things differently. Now, could it just be he was able to use more of his subconscious mind? Because we only use 5 to 10% of our subconscious mind. Imagine if we use 20, 30, 50% of the subconscious mind. Then being able to fly, having superhuman strength would just be commonplace, would just be normal, be a part of our being. This is a situation of Brightburn. Now, there's some things I didn't like about the movie. It's just, first, it was tasteless. It's pretty graphic. I mean, the point where the woman's pulling the glass out of her eye, like how deep did it go down in the way that Brightburn killed his father and his mother was just tasteless. This is why a lot of the times antagonist movies do not work. They just simply do not work. Everybody loves to see the good guy win, not the bad guy. As they play that song at the end of the movie. Bad superhero movies just do not work. Antagonist superhero movies do not work. But it was intriguing. Didn't really understand the ending at all. Maybe it blurs into another movie. I don't know. But it's pretty much my take on it. Let me see before I end this if I have any more notes. Let's see here. Another thing is that, okay, he fell from heaven like Lucifer fell from heaven. Christ said, I saw Satan fall from heaven. Now, Scripture says that as the days of Noah, so shall it be the coming of the Son of Man. In the days of Noah, there was the Nephilim, the giants. Okay, they came down from the natural state. And if as the days of Noah, so shall be the Son of Man, then people postulate that perhaps the giants, the Nephilim, they come again, falling from heaven to earth in the form of man to disrupt the DNA again. That the reason why God will have to destroy the earth, but through fire this time. So again, to the language that was spoken to him, and he interpreted a language. Language is a transfer of information. It's a communication process. So our consciousness is our body. Our body is consciousness. And the information behind that, the consciousness, there's a certain language that's being spoken. A certain vibration that makes us who we are. That makes Brightburn in the movie who he was. He had a certain distinct language that was causing the composition of his body and his makeup, his abilities to happen. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the movie. Leave a comment down below for any other movies or any other topics you want me to delve in. You have a fantastic day. Signing out.